We're going to continue our study of life cycles, and I'm going to read the story, The Life Cycle of a Bee. You're going to use this information from the story, and we're going to compare bees to ladybugs when I see you in small group. All right, so the story is called Life Cycle of a Bee. Here we have the table of contents again. I see that there's an egg and a larva and a pupa stage, which is very similar to the ladybug. So let's see how they might be slightly different. Bees are insects. They live almost anywhere on Earth. There are more than 20,000 kinds of bees. This bee is a honeybee. Honeybees live in hives. They build wax honeycombs inside their hives. A honeycomb has thousands of cells. Honeybees store food in some cells. They raise young bees in other cells. Bees grow in stages. The stages of a bee's life are egg, larva, pupa, and adult. A bee begins life as an egg in a honeycomb cell. The egg is white and the size of a grain of sand, so that means it's so tiny you can barely see it. A larva hatches from the egg. A bee larva is called a grub. Right here is a bee larva, or a grub. Adult bees feed the grub royal jelly and bee bread. These special foods help the grub grow up healthy. The grub eats and grows. The grub stops eating when it's fully grown. So that's kind of like the larva stage of the ladybug life cycle. It spins a case called a cocoon, which this is like the pupa stage of the ladybug. The grub has changed into a pupa. So they're using a lot of the same vocabulary words, but they're a little different when they're talking about bees compared to ladybugs. A bee builds a wax cap on the cell. The pupa changes into an adult inside its cocoon. The adult bee breaks out of the cocoon. It chews through the wax cap and leaves its cell. Most adults are workers. These females have many jobs. They clean, mend, and protect the hive. Workers care for grubs. They gather nectar and pollen from flowers for food. They make honey. Some adults are drones. Drones are male bees. Their only job is to mate with a queen bee. That means that they have more babies. Some adults are queens. There can be only one queen bee in a hive. New queens must fight each other for the job. I'm actually going to show you some pictures and some videos about queen bees. All of the bees in the beehive, and there's thousands, follow just one bee. So wherever this queen bee goes, that's where the other worker bees go. They follow her anywhere. The queen leaves the hive to mate with drones. She is ready to lay eggs when she returns. The queen lays as many as 2,000 eggs every day. Each egg is the start of a new life cycle.